What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We appreciate and love each and every one of you that is getting us closer to that 500,000 streams worldwide. I just love saying that, 500,000 streams. That's pretty incredible. That's a huge accomplishment, and I'm so proud of it. And it would not be without the support of each and every one of you guys downloading, sharing the streams. All that good stuff makes a difference. Today we have with us founder and CEO of Copycat.com, Stephanie Manley. Stephanie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty awesome. Appreciate you making time for us. I know that you've got a tight schedule and you got a whole bunch of stuff going on, so we wanted to snatch you out before you get too busy, especially for the holidays.
Oh, well, I'm excited to be here.
Where are you from? Where do you represent?
I live in Houston, Texas, so I am a proud Texan, Houston strong.
Definitely. How did Copycat.com start?
You know, Copycat.com started a long time ago. It started in 1995. There was actually the web back then. And it was initially started to kind of preserve my family recipes. And I kind of threw out some of my experimental copycat recipes as well. But it's actually with the copycat recipes that people loved and kept coming back for. So then I just started developing more recipes for a greater audience.
And what was the inspiration behind recreating a lot of these infamous recipes?
Well, my inspiration for trying that out was I lived out in the country. I lived in a town, the population was 453 at that time.
Right.
So when you live in a town so small, there's really no restaurants. So if we wanted to try a fancy restaurant, and you know, for me growing up, the Olive Garden was as fancy as it got. You know, that involved 60. It took like an hour to get to the nearest Olive Garden, and then like an hour to get back home. So it was a commitment going out for dinner at a place like that. So that's what the inspiration was. We just try things that, you know, we wouldn't have at home, and I really wanted to recreate those meals at home. So that's the inspiration. It's a small town country city.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'd imagine that you have a pretty vast palate to be able to taste stuff and be like, okay, because this is before the web is what it is today. So this is way before people were able to kind of just, you know, Google something from Panera Bread or whatever the case is and figure out what things are.
Yeah, so I have kind of a diverse background, but probably the biggest thing that happened was my mom started letting me cook when I was like 4 years old. I was probably like a handful, and I was an only child. You know, she would stand there and watch me, but she was just like, oh, good, she's not going to get in trouble. Let her cook. So I literally remember taking a chair to the stove so I could stand up and like make things like grilled cheese sandwiches. But then I think in high school back then they taught home ec classes, so I always took those. And when I was in high school, I worked part-time in restaurants. Then in college, I have an almost minor in chemistry, so a little bit of a scientific method and trained to try things out there. So there's a lot of trial and error involved in recipe development.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that explains a lot. I'm just like, okay, was she like the child of two genius chefs? You know, how did she just be able to taste these things and just be able to just, oh, well, you know what? I think that's a dash of cream. It's a splash of salt. So that's where it came from.
No, a lot of, just writing stuff down and experimenting.
When you were experimenting and creating these recreating a lot of these experiences from a lot of the popular restaurants, your family, how did they feel about it? Were they excited that, you know, you made a ton of this pasta and they're going to be eating it for a little time?
A month? Yeah. You know, everybody's excited the first couple of times you try something. About the fourth or fifth, they're like, really? Let's have something else. You just kind of have to work that in the best that you can. Nowadays, I think I've pretty well exhausted all friends and family around me. People are all the time getting a call, and it's like, hey, do you want some of this? And they're like, and what else? And I go, it's just sauce. And they're like, no, it's okay, thanks. You know, so, yeah, I think I've exhausted everyone in my near circle with recipe trial. You know, if somebody has like a little shindig, I'll be like, oh, don't worry about food. I got you covered on these 3 things.
Awesome. All right, Stephanie, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more with Stephanie Manley and this awesome brand, the copycat.com. So it's COPYKAT.com. Wouldn't it be great if there was a place to discover awesome discounts on gently used clothes? There is. Swap.com, the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. Stop driving store to store and shifting through dozens of racks. Shop millions of clothes in seconds on swap.com. Save up to 90% off retail price for your favorite brands, such as Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and so many more. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns 30 days, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Shop swap.com right now. Use promo code ASHSAID40 for your 40% off today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We're chilling out here with Copycat CEO, President, Creator, Extraordinaire, Miss Stephanie Manley. We're chilling out here and we're talking everything Copycat because I wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of what makes this brand so unique and how she's really set the trend for many other food-type blogs. What would you say has been your proudest moment when it comes to Copycat?
You know, it's really a smaller moment. It was a letter from someone. It was a very touching letter. This person was about 13 years old and had described that when his parents were together, they used to go out for dinner every week at a particular restaurant, and they asked if I could recreate that dish. Their parents had split up, and the kids, they couldn't afford to go out anymore. Yeah. And they just asked if I could recreate something. That just really touched my heart. And it's like, wow, you thought of me enough to ask if I could help you fulfill a favorite memory of yours. And I just thought that was really touching. I mean, I could talk about, having a couple million page views each month, having over 100,000 followers on Facebook. Moments like that are far more touching to me than large numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you get that, even if it's just like one person that steps out and says, hey, you made a difference because, it's not someone that you're connected to or someone that you even know. And when complete strangers reach out to you, I think it's more impactful. I know it has been for me when complete strangers reach out and they're like, hey, you did this and it made me feel this way and I really appreciate it. You're like, wow, you don't really know that you have that type of impact on people until someone steps back and says that you do.
Absolutely. I've had nursing homes ask or say, hey, thanks for being able to provide these recipes. Some of our residents wanted this and they can't get out anymore, but we can make this for them. Aww. And they're very happy with that. So, yeah, so it's those moments that make me very proud.
Now, the holidays are upon us, and everybody's going to be looking for some of those favorites. And I know they're going to be looking you up, and they're going to be hitting up the website a little bit more than usual. So, Stephanie, what are some of the most popular recipes?
Sure. So, during the holidays, it's a mix of, there's a few copycat recipes, but it's mostly traditional things. Broccoli cheese rice casserole that's really great. Got a great recipe from my grandmother's pecan pie. The Boston Market sweet potato casserole is phenomenal, and people always ask for that recipe. Just how to make gravy, basic things like that are probably my more popular recipes during the holidays.
With all your success under your belt and the huge amount of experience that you have from multiple industries, what advice would you offer to any new blogger that's out there and they have an idea, maybe they're not getting those thousands of views every month? What advice would you offer to them today?
So there's probably a couple of different things that I would offer them today. First is just pick a topic that you're very, very passionate about. Pick something that you're going to be able to work with for a long period of time, because your personal interest may wax and wane a little bit, but it's going to take time to grow that audience, and they're going to know and love you for a certain type of content, and you always need to provide that for them, because your website is really, I know it's your website, it's my website, it's really for your audience, and you have to meet their needs, and you have to think about them, and if you do that, if you're addressing who and what they are, and meeting and solving the problems that they have, you're going to do well. It's going to take you a little bit. It's probably going to take you a good year before traffic starts rolling in and things like normalize and you see a normal growth rate. But just stick with it. And it's very hard to stick with it for probably the first, year to 18 months because you don't see the traffic and the gains that you think you should have. And I wished it was different. It's really tough your first year or two blogging.
Mm-hmm. It's very tough because you're trying to figure out your ground. You're trying to figure out your real audience, your target audience, because that could change depending on what kind of content you're providing. And
definitely.
And then, nowadays everyone's blogging. Everybody's got a blog. It's like, what is going to set your blog apart from everyone else's? What are you adding to people's lives that is going to make a difference?
But I think the sphere out there is big enough for everyone who wants to be a blogger or a podcaster or maybe a video creator or a microblogger. The audience is big enough. You just need to make sure that you put yourself out there, you do it consistently, and you're always putting out good work.
Yeah.
Stuff that you're proud of each and every time. Absolutely. And you will attract an audience.
Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for stopping into the show. We appreciate and love you, and we know that we're going to see more and more things coming from you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Let our audience know again, Stephanie, what's the best way to get in contact with you and to stay up with the website?
Hey, sure. So I'm at Copycat Recipes, at COPYKAT Recipes. I'm available on Facebook, Twitter, and just the blog as well. If you like, you can reach me very, very easily through, again, Twitter, Facebook, or just drop me a note from my blog site. My blog. It's very easy to do.
Definitely. We appreciate that. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for downloading the show, for sharing it. We're going to keep pushing forward. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.